Welcome! Today we're going to pull back the curtain on storytelling itself. We're not just going to enjoy stories. We're going to take them apart to see what makes them tick, to find that hidden architecture that makes your favorite books and movies feel so real. I mean, seriously, think about it. That one book you couldn't put down, or that movie that just totally blew you away. Why do some of these stories feel so immersive, so powerful that they stay with you for years? Well, I'll tell you what, it's not magic. That feeling is built, piece by piece, with a very specific set of tools. It's all about craft. And today, we're going to open up that builder's toolkit and see exactly how these incredible worlds get made. Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, it turns out that pretty much every single story you've ever heard, from a quick joke to a massive fantasy epic, is built from the same three foundational ingredients. These are the absolute non-negotiables. First up is the narrator, and this is a really crucial distinction to make. The author, is the real-life person who typed the words. But the narrator? That's the voice inside the story that's telling us everything. You can almost think of the narrator as the very first character we meet. Next, you've got the engine of the story, the characters. These are the folks whose choices, desires, and conflicts are what actually move the plot forward. We always talk about the hero, the protagonist, but they're nothing without an antagonist, that opposing force that creates all the delicious tension. And, characters basically come in two main flavors. On one hand, you have flat characters. They kind of serve a single purpose and are built around just one idea. But then you have round characters. These are the ones that feel so real because they're complex, they're messy, and they're able to actually grow and change throughout the story. And the third core ingredient? Well, you can't have actors without a stage, right? That's the setting. And it's so much more than just a background. The time, the place, the whole world of the story. It shapes everything the characters do and creates that all-important atmosphere. So we've got our ingredients, narrator, characters, setting. Now what? How do we actually put them together? Well, every story needs a skeleton to hold it all up, something to give it shape and keep it moving forward. And this is it, the classic 3-act structure. I promise you, once you see this, you'll start noticing it everywhere. It starts with the orientation. That's where we figure out who's who and what's what. Then, bam, the complication hits. A problem, a conflict, something that throws everything off balance. And finally, we get to the resolution, where the conflict is sorted out and a new normal is established. All right, our story has bones. Now for one of the most powerful choices a storyteller can make. What camera are we going to use to show the story? We're talking about point of view. And believe me, this choice changes absolutely everything. At the highest level, you've got two main options. There's first person, using I. This puts us right inside a character's head. It feels super intimate, but we're also stuck with what they know. Or you can use third person, he, she, they. This pulls the camera back a bit, giving us a wider, sometimes more objective look at what's happening. But wait, it gets even more detailed. Third person has its own flavors. You can have an omniscient narrator who's like a god, they know what everyone is thinking and feeling. Or you can have a limited narrator, which is like strapping a camera to one specific character's shoulder. And then there's the objective narrator. That's like a fly on the wall, just reporting what it sees and hears, with no mind reading at all. So what does this all mean for you? Well, it means you're not just a passive audience member anymore. You now have the skills, the toolkit, to become a story detective, to really see the deliberate choices behind the drama. Just think about the tools we just put in your belt. You can now tell the difference between the author and the narrator. You can analyze if a character is flat or round. You can spot that core 3-act structure. And you can name the specific point of view being used. It's a whole new way of seeing. So here's your mission, your challenge. The very next time you dive into a story, put on that detective hat. Start asking questions. Why this narrator? Why structure the plot this way? What would change if it was told from a completely different point of view? You actually have the language to answer those questions now. And this really gets to the heart of it all. A story isn't just what happens, it's how we're told it happens. The story and the storytelling are two sides of the same coin. They are totally inseparable. And now you have the tools to see both sides of that equation, which is going to unlock a way deeper appreciation for all the stories you love.